If you are creative or ambitious like me, then you probably see all of these other people doing the same thing that you want to be doing, but at 100x pace. And the reason is because they never run out of ideas, or at least it seems that way. And you're probably thinking, how can I reach this level of genius where I have a constant flow of amazing ideas that are worth publishing out into the ether? Well, stick around because that is what this video is all about. I'm going to tell you how you can have genius ideas like moi. I'm kidding. I don't know if I would go so far as to say that, but I do want to talk about the process of consumption and how to consume the right way, because that plays an essential role in creating, maintaining, fostering, growing, and producing these genius ideas. Before I go further, I do want to say thanks to Mad Brain something or other for your comment, because you helped me with my desk. Look, it's working. Look at that. You see that? See, I was a little bit afraid of taking advice from a random comment on my video regarding what I should do to fix my desk, but I took a risk. So thank you. Thank you for leaving a comment. And I do read all those comments, and sometimes I follow your advice. So on to the video. Hopefully I will offer you some advice that is helpful for you. When you are consuming, it is so important to be mindful of the fact that you are consuming. It is very difficult for people to do that these days, I find, because first of all, they are bombarded with things to consume all of the time. You are always bombarded by all of this content to watch. How do you know what you're watching is useful? How do you know that that what you are consuming is going to be valuable to what it is that you want to be doing in your life? When you start to watch something, ask yourself, why am I watching this? Is it because I am avoiding doing something else? Or is it because I'm curious? Or is it because I'm genuinely interested in this topic and I think that I'm going to get value from this? So identifying your intention for consumption will help you to become more mindful of the fact that you are consuming and why. Once you are consuming mindfully, then you can start to consume the right way. When you are watching something or reading something, consider taking notes. This seems like a very obvious thing, but very few people do it. And I'm willing to bet that you are watching this video right now and you are thinking, oh, yeah, take notes. But you ain't pulling up your notes app. You're not pulling out a piece of paper and pen right now, I bet. So you're not actually going to apply the things that you are currently learning and consuming right now in this video. And you know what? It's all right. If you just want to watch my video because you enjoy my face or the sound of my voice, that's cool. But know that that is why you are consuming it. Know that that is why you are watching me right now. If you aren't going to apply the things that you are consuming, then it's no wonder why you aren't coming up with genius ideas. Because you're not allowing your brain to process the things that you are consuming. How can you expect to have any output if all you will allow your brain to do is input, input, input? I don't always take notes because sometimes I'm not interested in applying the things that I'm learning or consuming. But I'm mindful of the fact that I'm consuming just to consume, or I'm consuming because I'm curious, not necessarily because I want to learn how to do the thing that I'm consuming, or I just want to be entertained. And that's okay too. Create a knowledge folder or notebook. When you take these notes, put them into that folder or that notebook. Create a place where you can hold this information and reference it later. By writing it down, you're turning something that's intangible, an idea, a thought, into something physical that you can reference to later. It'll become tangible. This allows for the ideation process to happen later. You can look back on your notes and you can gain inspiration on these topics that once inspired you and propelled you to learn in the past. Writing things down can help you to remember things. You retain information better. This is a scientific fact, or so I've heard. In any case, it doesn't hurt to write things down and remind yourself of them later, to slow down your pace when you are consuming things. That way you actually grasp what it is that you are consuming and you learn that thing so that you can apply it into your life later. This way you can be certain that what you are consuming, you are absorbing on a conscious level, because we absorb all of the things that we consume subconsciously. That can affect our mood, our stress, our ideation process, the way that our brain works. These are things that we do every day by consuming content and by being on social media, by watching videos, by reading books, by taking online courses, by listening to conversations and podcasts. These are all things we are allowing these things to come into our brain, and our body will absorb it and will manifest it in incredible ways. So this is why it's so important to be mindful of the things you are consuming and why you are consuming. And when you become mindful and you reach this level of mindful consumption, it is then that you realize that you have this giant library of ideas. And whenever you have an idea, write it down. I have an ideas journal. I have an ideas notebook. Whenever I come up with an idea, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if I have nothing, no ability to make that thing right now. If I have an idea for something to create, something to sell, something to write about later, I write it down. That way I don't forget. That way I can reference it later because I'm exercising that muscle, that idea generator. But all of that comes from consumption. And not just the things that we consume in our digital lives, but also the things that you consume in your everyday life, the things that you eat, the things that you put in your body, the things that you drink, the things that you listen to when you're talking to people, when you interact with people at the store. All of these things are things that you are consuming every day, and they affect your idea generator that's in your brain. So coming up with genius ideas all comes down to what it is that you are consuming and putting into your brain. So think about that. And if you came up with an idea, or if this video inspired you in some way, let me know in the comments. You don't have to share your idea, because I know some people are private about their ideas and don't like sharing them because they think that they're so amazing and unique and they want to be able to do it themselves, and that's understandable. But if you did come up with an idea, or if this inspired you in some way to rethink the way that you consume and create ideas, then let me know in the comments, because I'd be curious to know if you actually apply the things that I'm telling you right now, because I'm speaking to you. I'm not talking to anybody else. It's just me and you right now. So let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, then definitely give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so that we can keep this conversation going. Now, if I didn't inspire you in any way and you have nothing to comment, then check out this other video where I show you what is on my phone, because that is what I'm consuming on a daily basis. And you might be nosy. Maybe you're just nosy and you're not trying to get anything out of this video. So if that's you, then check out that video. You might also learn a thing or two about digital minimalism. Who knows? For now, I am gonna go. So subscribe if you want to keep this conversation going, and I will see you when I see you.